Alright, good morning. Today's an exciting day here on Random Acts of Carving. Today we're going to be working on a knife. I taped this up so I didn't cut my fingers. This thing is very sharp. Just a small blade though. It's only that's just under 4 inches. I'm going to carve a deer antler handle for it. I was going to use this top piece up here for the blade, or for the handle. Fits your hand pretty nice. It has a nice little back piece here to keep your hand from slipping off, but when I held the knife blade up there, it just looked huge for it. So I'm actually going to turn this around and cut it off here and back here somewhere, and use this little bit smaller spot. Use a smaller spot here that is thinner, and hopefully it'll match up with the knife blade a little better, and see if we can make it look nice. I'm going to do some carving on this, and I think it's going to look pretty cool when it's done. I got a few pieces to add to it, and I think it'll look good. This will be my first knife that I've tried to make, so other than a few wooden ones that you guys seen, so it should be pretty neat. Here we go. Go ahead and make my knife blade fit in here before I do any carving on this. I'm going to try to get it straight and get the holes drilled in there so I can slide that knife handle down in there. Okay, so the other thing I was excited about for this video is I'm using my Strong 202 micromotor controller here, but I bought another handpiece for it. I don't know if you can read it there. This is the 105L, and it holds 3/32 bits. And so what I'm going to do with that is I bought these little stone carving bits from Amazon. They're little carbide bits. I don't know if you can see the detail there. So we're going to try these out. Haven't tried them yet really. Just turned it on and hit it on a piece of this antler for a minute, but it was well, it looked like it was going to work really well, so we're going to try them out, see how they work. They're very small. I did get some different ones. I got these ones here. These are like a straight cut. These ones here, almost like a little tiny flame bit, and they go down to almost microscopic, so I should be able to get some detail. And then these ones here, I don't know if you can see them, they're like little cups for making bumps and stuff. So they're hollow in the center, and I think they'll work pretty good for just going in and making little bumps on stuff. They can add some cool textures to stuff, and a lot of different sizes, so that should be pretty neat. Now we'll get this thing started and see what goes on. Alright, and we're carving. I get this piece of antler here, and kind of looks like I'm carving the hamburger from an old McDonald's commercial, but that's not what it is. Actually, this reference photo that I'm using is from a food page on Google Images. I was just looking at pictures of crabs, and actually found one that was either cooked or getting ready to be cooked. But it was a good photo of the front of them, so I just used it for my reference. This new bit that I'm using, I like this one right off the bat. It cut real nice and ended up using it for most of the carving. I did try out a couple of the other ones. liked how this cut the antler. Had some little light pencil lines on there. Couldn't really see the pencil lines, but that's what I was going around, just kind of going around those and darkening them up so I didn't accidentally wipe them off with my finger. You can see now that I'm going a little deeper, you can see how nice that's cutting. It just shaves that outside shell off there real nice. I don't know if these kind of crabs are good for eating or not. I've never tried them. As long as we still have cows, so I really just haven't had to eat any crabs. But yeah, I like the way he looked on the knife handle. I think I put in one of the smaller little flame type bits, just going in around his mouth and cutting in the lines a little deeper. These worked a lot better than the diamond grip bits because I could just go in and cut the material out of there. It wasn't smoking, it wasn't stinking. It just cut real nice and easy. I didn't have to force it, so it made some nice clean lines. Alright, so I cut a piece of, it's called G10. It's just a little piece of almost like carbon fiber. And I got a piece of blue plexiglass that I tapered down to work with the handle and the way that I want the brass piece to be on here. So I got another piece of G10 there, so I'm going to go brass, then the black, then the blue, then that black G10 again, and then I'll have the handle. And I may I may put another piece of that blue in the G10 back here. I'm not sure yet. I want to see what this looks like first, and then see what ends up. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this up, and then we'll start shaping that. I'm just sticking some JB weld in between the pieces here. That the blue stuff I call it plexiglass, I think, is just polycarbonate. I just ordered some knife handle blocks or blanks off of Amazon. Same with that G10, you can buy that. I bought a little kit with different colors in it. Wasn't very expensive. Just look at our knife supplies, knife making supplies on Amazon. You can find all that stuff. I was actually able to shape it really, the polycarbonate with the Dremel here. The polycarbonate actually cleans the sandpaper out as it cuts it. So that was pretty nice. Kept the sandpaper on the drum nice and clean. I didn't want to cut the brass with that too much. I tried it a little bit and it started heating up really fast, so I went to a different cutting tip that I had in the Dremel to cut the brass. Worked out really well. I just kept a rag soaked with water, cold water, sitting there, and if I heated it up a little bit, I'd just set the rag on it for a second, cool it back off, and then keep cutting. I didn't want to heat it up too much to mess up the JB weld or epoxy that was in between there. I think this is a Dremel cutting blade. I honestly don't even remember what brand it was. I think it's Dremel though. It was I've had it for years. That was what I was using for cutting the brass. I just never really used it on anything, so it was nice and brand new, really sharp. And then I took polishing rouge and a little polishing over the brass. Also the handle, that's what the black is on the handle, is actually the brass going into the antler a little bit. But it was polishing the antler up really nice. And I switched to a bigger clean wheel and stayed away from the brass a little bit, and cleaned a lot of the black back off, but I left a little bit on there to kind of make it look aged. Man, that antler polished up like a pearl. It was just glossy. I did sand it a little bit with, I think maybe 320 and then 400 and 600, and then I went to the polishing compound. Also on the polycarbonate, I did the same thing, sanded it a little bit first, and then by hand, and then polished it up with that polishing compound. Alright, I got this week's carving done. Man, this thing turned out pretty cool. I really love it. Does have a little Swiss-made blade on it. Morakut. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Moraknil, made in Sweden, carbon steel. It's a nice little thin blade, very, very sharp, and I might have to make a little sheath for it one of these days, but there's the back of it, and man, it polished up really good. So, love how it turned out. If you like this carving, then give me a thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button. We're going to make some more stuff like this here in the near future. So we'll see you all next week. Thanks for watching.